Soulja Boy, you guys know Soulja Boy. We love Soulja Boy. I think he's got a very interesting head on his shoulders for all of the fun that people make fun of him for the crypto and the Soulja Box, the video games from China, and the Breakfast Club and the Drake.
What are we doing?
Like, Soulja Boy you have to admit that up until his very last thing he just did, which I think was a concert at SeaWorld with Bow Wow a few weeks ago. Yes. And so you have to admit he's done his very best to stay in the spotlight. And for those of you who don't know, Soulja Boy has still consecutively, the only song that you know of Soulja Boy that comes to mind, is like Crank That or Kiss Me Through the Phone. You know what I mean? You can't name another 5. If you can name 5 to 10 Soulja Boy songs, I'll give you one of my all-new one-of-one canvas prints for free.
What are we doing?
But you can't, so it's fine. You got to pay for it, $1.99. And so Soulja Boy, he always claims that he's the first rapper to shoot a 3-throw from a fish into a whale's mouth at SeaWorld last year. He's the first rapper with his cryptocurrency. He's the first rapper with his own Xbox. He's the first rapper who does it every single time. He likes to be the first rapper of his generation to do whatever it is that he's doing that day. And ladies and gentlemen, the latest and greatest is that Soulja Boy is now the first rapper to get popped and arrested twice for the same damn thing. You know what I mean?
What are we doing?
5 rapper Soulja Boy was arrested on weapons charges early this morning in the Fairfax district. The rapper, whose real name is DeAndre Cortez Way, was a passenger in a car during a traffic stop around 2:30 a.m.
By the way, Soulja Boy has consecutively and consistently released anywhere from 1 to 3 new full-length, like 20-track albums every year since Crank That and Kiss Me Through the Phone came out. But the only music that the news can use and or know of him to actually search for is Kiss Me Through the Phone and freaking Crank That Dude. And I think that is just astronomically not only disrespectful, but just fascinating in the sense that the first 2 songs the man releases are the only songs that anyone ever actually knows.
What are we doing?
I mean, he has so much music. He released like 3 albums in 2017, a few mixtapes in 2018, an album or 2 in 2019, a bunch in 2020, 21, 22, 23. Soulja Boy has released so much music over the years, and the only 2 songs that we know him by are just the constant hits that he put out back in the early 2000s. And
passenger in a car during a traffic stop around 2:30 a.m.
Not looking good.
He was booked into jail for being a convicted felon in possession of a firearm. The reason for the initial stop is not yet known. ABC News has reached out to Soulja Boy's representatives who have not gotten back, but he was previously arrested in 2016 after officers found a gun in his possession while he was on probation.
Okay, well, listen, I mean, hey, you can't blame him. The man's got to protect himself.
What are we doing?
That could be one excuse that you got, I don't know. But at the end of the day, unfortunately, Soulja Boy locked up. I mean, same in his buddy, I think Sean Kingston just got popped with like 5 years. Sean Kingston and his mom just got popped, I think maybe with some jail time. They both scammed some California electronics company out of like $100,000, $150,000 like home theater system or some shit, like a ginormous screen, big ass speakers, like the whole 9 yards. And then they just never paid them the money. And so then they were like, hey, we're taking our shit back. And they're like, no, you're not. And then they were like, hey, that's fraud. And then so now Sean Kingston is locked up. I mean, it's just... We've got to start being careful, folks. We've got to start being careful where we have and keep and put our guns, our money, our home theater equipment. And we just got to say, hey, maybe we shouldn't do that.
What are we doing?
At the end of the day, you know what I mean? And so it's crazy, man.